All right, how y'all doing? How y'all doing? Hope you're doing good on this beautiful. What's today? Today is Tuesday. Yeah. On this good Tuesday morning, welcome, hello everybody, welcome. I'm trying to move something out the way that's in my way. Just set that right there. I'm coming, good people. I'm just trying to set up these other. Okay. So, hello. Good morning to you. All right. Welcome. Hello, everybody. Got everything situated. Appreciate y'all. Hello. Today I'm talking about she deserves better. She deserves. Again, welcome in. Welcome to the live, everybody that's coming in. Welcome. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about today. She deserves better. She deserves better. There's a lot of substance in that. There's a lot that I'm going to point out, pick out, a lot that we're going to arrive from this. But she deserves better. If you believe that you deserve better in your next relationship, put a 1 in the chat for me. Before I even talk about anything, before I get into the lesson, if you already believe that you deserve better in your next relationship, put a 1 in that chat. Let's see those ones. Appreciate y'all. All right, look at that. I see, man. Okay. All right, so before I get started, let me do a little sound check like I always like to do. Make sure the music is not overpowering my voice. But I like a perfect balance. All right. All right. Beautiful. Let me check something real quick. Okay. Just setting some things up, make sure things are working correctly. She deserves better. That's what I'm getting ready to talk about again. Thank you so much for coming in. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. Let's get into it. You already put the ones in the chat that you deserve better. So that already let me know that you are a woman who believes that she does deserve better. In her next endeavor, in your next relationship, you believe that you actually deserve better, which is awesome. A woman who has survived pain. A woman who has survived pain should never have to survive the person who promised to love her. I'm going to say that again. A woman who have survived pain should never have to survive the person who promised to love her. There are a lot of women that are smiling in public while silently carrying years of disappointment in private. Women who've learned how to be strong because they had no other choice. And here's a big one. Women who've mastered independence because dependence became dangerous. I'm going to say that one again. There are a lot of women who had to master independence because dependence became dangerous. So you have men who get upset and agitated with women who talk about independence, not in a negative way, but he don't understand that she had to master independence because dependence became dangerous from her past experiences. You can never penalize a woman for having to become something to survive a situation. She have to get to the place in her life where she have to undo certain things because she have arrived in a different place. It's like a man in prison. He had to become a different man to survive the environment. But when he came home, he had to undo the prison mentality because he's in a brand new environment now. And that's even something in study and in, just thinking and in thought. When I put stuff together, that's something that came to my mind that never did before. And so I can't even no longer penalize a woman from saying she's independent or had to become independent because I don't know where it came from. The man don't know where that came from. Again, many women had to survive a master independence because dependence became dangerous. Women who give love with trembling hands. Thank you, future wife M. Bagley, for the firework, the first one. Thank you so much. Women who give love with trembling hands because someone else taught them that vulnerability comes with consequences. I'm going to say that again. Women who give love with trembling hands are giving love with trembling hands because someone else taught them that vulnerability comes with consequences. So there's skepticism, there's reluctancy, there's hesitation. So it is the job of the man to make that woman feel safe, pull her out the shell. And show her that she's in a whole new different environment and space with you. And hopefully she can recognize it. Hopefully she can see that she's in a new environment, a new space with you. That her nervous system can regulate. Yeah, her nervous system can regulate now. And one of the biggest truths is a woman can heal from what happened to her. But she really never healed from what is happening to her. She should never have to heal from what is happening to her. So let me say it again. A woman can heal from what happened to her, right? She can heal from what happened to her. But she should never have to heal from what is happening to her. That's a sad place for a woman have to be healing while in a relationship with a new person. She should never be healing from what is happening to her. Why? She deserves better, that's why. She deserves better, that's why. So what we have to do as men too is understand the weight that she carries. And I get it, and I know men, we focus on us a lot. We focus on us a lot when it comes to the weight that has to be carried, right? Because of our shoulders and because of our position, right? And because of the things that we do and the responsibility that we have. So I get it. A man can focus on himself when it comes to that word called weight. But we have to understand also the weight that she carries. We as men, we can see a woman's reactions, but never take the time to understand the experiences she had. He sees hesitation. He sees caution. He sees questions. He sees moment when she pulls away. But what he does not always see are the battles that created those responses. Some women went through some battles. That's just keeping it all the way 120. Some women went through some battles. Went through some battles. Some women really did have some hills to climb. Some women real did went through HELL. Like for real. You know, she remembers the promises that were broken. The affection that disappeared after trust was given. And after trust was given, the affection disappeared from the man. The criticism disguised as jokes, the neglect, the manipulation, the inconsistency, the betrayal. What some men call baggage is often evidence that she survived something she never deserved. I'm going to say that one more time. What some men call baggage is often evidence that she survived something she never deserved, but she survived it. She didn't deserve it, but she survived it. She didn't deserve to be treated that way, but she survived it. She didn't deserve to be abused like that, but she survived it. She didn't deserve that mistreatment, but she survived it. So what some men call baggage is often evidence that she survived something that she did not deserve. And I believe as y'all come in this room and on the other platforms, that I believe that there are some women in here right now that have survived something that she did not deserve. I'll just go on a limb and believe that that's a fact. And real quick, if I'm talking to you, put a 1 in the chat. If that's a true statement, what I just said, put a 1 in the chat for me. A lot of women survive some things that they did not even deserve. There you go. I see the ones flying. And I know y'all not just putting those ones in there just to be putting them. That's real talk. And I know that's real life. So a scar is not proof of weakness. A scar, I just saw the word scar somebody put in there. A scar is not proof of weakness. It's proof that healing had to take place where damage once existed. That's why it's a scar. A scar proves that healing had to take place where damage once existed. So if there's a scar, that means it's healed. Like this thing right here. I don't know if you can see that on my hand. A long time ago, I cut myself. That was a scar. I don't even remember how I did it when I was a little young boy. But forever, I'm left with a scar. But the scar shows me the healing. Healing took place where damage once existed. One time, this thing was split open and blood was coming out. My ligaments, my tissue was torn. My flesh was torn. But all was remaining is the evidence that I healed. Ooh, all what remains is the evidence that I healed. That's how you look at a scar, lady. It's the evidence that you healed. Now, because that's all a scar is. It's proof that healing had taken place where damage once existed. You're not damaged any longer. You're healed from what hurt you. You healed from what disappointed you. You're healed from what broke your heart. You are healed from what set you back. You healed from what rocked your world. Can somebody write in the chat real quick? I'm sorry, but today might be a lot of writing in the chat. Will somebody write in the chat, I am healed? Oh boy. Come on, somebody write in the chat right now, I am healed. I am healed. You don't write, I am scarred, I am healed. The scar is the evidence of your healing. I am healed. Then let me tell you some good news. Let me give you some good news. God's going to send a man into your life that's going to remove the scar. What does that mean? You ain't going to doggone remember it no more. Right now, you got a reminder, like this scar right here on my hand. Right now, it's a reminder. But God's going to send the right man in your life, and he going to remove the scar. You're not going to remember the pain no more. Lord, have mercy. Number one, the cracked vase. Number one, the cracked vase. Continue to tap that screen, y'all, if you don't mind. Thank you so very much. Tap that screen. Let's get it going. Thank y'all for doing what you do. Those who tuning in the other platforms over here in the TikTok land. Let's tap that screen, y'all. Come on, let's tap that screen. And as usual, if I'm talking all right, you see the fireworks down there, y'all. Let's light it up. Come on. Anything, if I'm talking all right. Number one, the cracked vase. The cracked vase. Imagine someone dropping a beautiful vase and it shatters into pieces. Then the owner carefully picks up every fragment and spends months putting it back together again. Hello. Now imagine another person entering the room and handling that same vase carelessly. The question is not whether the vase can survive another fall. The question is, why would anyone risk breaking something that fought so hard to become whole again? I hope y'all understand what I just said. Let me say that again, because I need it to resonate with you. I needed to resonate with you. Imagine someone dropping a vase, a beautiful vase, and it just shattered in pieces. The owner of the vase carefully picked it up, which is God. God is the owner of the vase. Who's the vase? You're the vase, ladies. The owner of the vase carefully picks it up, and he picks up every fragment and spends months putting it back together so delicately. Then another person entering the room and begin to handle that same vase carelessly. So the question is not whether the vase can survive another fall. The question is this: why should anyone risk breaking something that fought so hard to become whole again. There's a lot of women that spent years rebuilding themselves. I have family members, women who went through some terrible storms and terrible situations that I saw, and I was with them going through it. And they spent years rebuilding themselves, spent years to get back into a good place in their life. Therapy, prayer, self-reflection, boundaries, tears, growth, God. And let me get this. She worked so hard to become who she is today. Work hard to become whole again. So a man that enters into your life should honor the reconstruction, not contribute to more damage. Why? She deserves better. Some of you went through some battles and went through a hard time, and I know this room probably filled with testimonies. And on the other sites, filled with testimonies of what you've been through in your life that have been difficult for you to handle. And the last thing you want is for someone to come into your life and they don't honor what you've been through to get to where you are. Because you deserve better. I deserve better. Can somebody put that in the chat for me and write, I deserve better? Write that in the chat for me. I deserve better. I deserve better. I deserve better. Thank you. Thank you. Y'all keeping up with me today. I love it. As you were typing that, you're speaking to yourself. I deserve better. Absolutely. Yes, you do. It's not like you've been through, it took you so long to get away from an abusive person who would put his hands on you and manhandle you. And then you finally got away from that. And you put yourself back together. God took every fragment that was broken and put you back in place, made you even better. However long it took for you to get to the place where you are. It'll be a sad thing to connect with another man and all that hard work for you to get there. And then he raise his hand and do the same thing to you. That's why I speak so much about taking your time and get to know somebody before you give your heart to somebody. You have to try, ladies, y'all got to get to know these men before you give your heart to that man. That's why you can't move on emotions and feelings. You have to keep those things regulated. Y'all are very emotional, yes, but you got to control the emotions. That is not an excuse for speed dating. Just because you are an emotional creature, that's no excuse for speed dating. That's a horrible thing. Speed dating is an awful thing. That's an awful thing. So just because you're emotional don't mean you need to hurry up. No, you got to regulate and control because you got to know who this person is. You got to make sure this man is who he's supposed to be in your life. You got to really get to know this man's character. Well, you want me to give you a scripture for it? Well, I'll give it to you. No problem. The Bible says, try the spirit. Try it. Thank your future wife, happy-go-lucky for the firework. Try the Spirit. Try it. What do you mean? You got to test. You got to get to know who this is. You can't take people at face value. Come on. You cannot take people at face value. People put on at face value. So your heart and your feelings and your emotions are too important for you to just dive into something without proper due diligence. All the work to get to where you are, and then you just throw it all away with speed dating. Moving quick to get to know somebody and giving somebody your heart because they're interested in you? Come on, that's foolish. That's not wise. Y'all better stop following up social media. Speed dating is just for clicks and likes. People love to do this because they see it brings a lot of people to their page. Because everybody wants for folks so thirsty. They have a attitude of, I'll take it any way I can get it. Come on now. All that does is that's entertainment purposes. Why are y'all so caught up? Why? Come on, you can't be so, and I'm not trying to hurt nobody's thing, whatever they got going on, whatever you got going on, kudos to you, okay? If you do it, I'm not trying to hurt what you got going on. I'm speaking from the practical side of things, right? And just the name alone, you can't let that manifest in your life because you're going to make all kind of mistakes. Because, I'm telling you, that speed stuff, that it's all about speed. It's all about getting you to the bed fast. I'm going to keep it a buck. That's all that's about. Speed dating is all about getting to you to the, speed. I want speed. Speed to the bed. Speed in the bed. That's how fast can we take our clothes off to have a good time? That's all we want to do. How fast can we get in the bed? That's speed dating right there. That's all that's about. That ain't about no commitment and future and wives and husbands and family. Speed dating is about how fast can we take the pants off, pull the dress up. How fast can we do that? That's speed dating. That's all speed dating is. All right, so number two. Write this in the chat for me. If I'm talking all right, can I see a firework? If I'm talking all right, can I see a firework? Over here on the TikTok side of thing. If I'm talking all right already. Number two, love is either water or fire. Number two, love is either water or fire. Thank you, future wife, Lady TJB. Future wife, Novell 2025. Thank y'all. Number two, love is either water or fire. Love is never neutral. Please hear this part. Love is never neutral. It's like the Bible. God said, I want you either what? Hot or cold. Lukewarm don't work. There's no such thing as lukewarm. It's either hot or it's either cold. Love is either water or fire. Love is never neutral. It is neither water or fire. It's either water or fire. Water nourishes. Water refreshes. Water helps things grow. Fire can provide warmth, but when uncontrolled, it destroys everything in its path. Every word a man speaks become one of these two things. His consistency is water. His honesty is water. His patience is water. But his manipulation is fire. His neglect is fire. His harsh words are fire. His dishonesty is fire. His emotional unavailability is fire. Love is either water or love is either fire. So the question every man must ask himself is very simple. Am I helping her bloom or am I burning her down? Am I helping her bloom or am I burning her down? Because every woman deserves a love that waters her soul instead of scorching her spirit. Man, I said a mouthful. I hope y'all got it. I said a mouthful. I hope y'all heard that. Y'all say it again. I'll say it again. Let's get in this part one more time. Love is either water or fire. Love is not neutral. It's either water or it's fire. Water nourishes. Water refreshes. Water causes things to grow. Fire provides warmth. But when fire is uncontrolled, it destroys everything in its path. Every word a man speaks, one of these two things has occurred. His consistency is water. His honesty is water. His patience is water. His protection is water. But manipulation is fire. His neglect is fire. His dishonesty is fire. His emotional unavailability is fire. So the question that man need to ask is, am I helping her bloom or am I burning her down? And every woman deserves a man that can water her soul instead of scorching her spirit. Number 3, the garden. Yes, the garden again. The garden. Number 3, the garden. The garden. Number 3, the garden. The woman is a garden, as I always say, and many of you should know it by now who's been following and listening to me. The woman is the garden because she's designed to be cultivated. She was created to be cultivated. I'm going to say that again. This is just in total simplicity. The woman is the garden because she was designed and created to be cultivated. That's what a gardener does to his garden. He cultivates it. You were created and designed to be cultivated. Cultivated is when someone brings out the best in you. You become a better person because as a result of this person that has entered into your life. That's cultivation. Whatever is planted into your heart eventually grows. Whatever is planted into your heart eventually grows. If you plant trust, watch how confidence blooms. If the man plant trust, confidence will bloom. You'll become confident with what we have, confident in what we have. If you plant trust, confidence will bloom. If you plant encouragement, watch purpose just flourish. If you plant security, watch peace take root. If you constantly plant criticism, watch how insecurity grows. If he plant inconsistency, watch how anxiety grows. If he plant betrayal, watch how fear grows. No gardener blames the soil for producing what was planted. Let me say that again. There's no gardener blames the soil for producing what was planted. Because he understands whatever grew came from what he planted. He can't blame the soil. He got to blame the seed. What seed did he sow into the heart of that woman? Because what we plant will definitely grow. So the harvest always reveals the seeds. The harvest always reveals the seeds. So men must understand that how they treat a woman, how we treat women, how he treat his woman, shapes the emotional environment she lives in. It's going to shape the emotional environment that she lives in. How we treat her. Because our words become her internal dialogue. Our words become her internal dialogue. Our consistency becomes her sense of safety. That's why consistency is very important in a relationship. That woman want to see how consistent, need to see how consistent the man is. But whether she pays attention to it or not, she's affected from his consistency or lack thereof. Because his consistency becomes her sense of safety. She can never feel safe with a man that's inconsistent. How can you feel safe when there's so much inconsistency? You can't. His actions become her definition of trust. His actions. What he does, what he do. Very important. And that responsibility should not be taken lightly. So a lot of times a man needs to stop calling her too much. Some women have said, I heard some women said that one time, that a man, he said she's too much. But sometimes a man must understand that a woman is carrying the weight of things she never deserved. We as men have to understand that she is carrying the weight of things that she never deserved. So she's not too cautious. She just learned over the years that everybody who says, I love you, don't necessarily know how to do it. Excuse me. So the mirror effect, number 4. Number 4, the mirror effect. The mirror effect. Number 4. I talk about the mirror quite often because it's such a good analogy. Let's go back to the mirror effect. A woman often sees herself through the reflection of the love she repeatedly receives. Let me say that again. A woman often sees herself through the reflection of the love she repeatedly receives. Treat her like an option long enough, and she may begin to question her value. Ignore her long enough, and she may begin to silence her voice. Dishonor her long enough, and she may begin to doubt her worth. But speak life into her. Protect her. Value her presence. Honor her emotions. And then we watch and see what happens. The woman that questioned herself began to shine again. The woman that doubted herself begins to dream again. The woman who merely survived begins to live again. Right? Because healthy love does not change who she is. Healthy love reminds her of who she has always been. You were created for healthy love. It has always been the will of God for you to have healthy love. It was unfortunate that you received the opposite. You connected with someone that wouldn't give you healthy love, but just toxic love. In other words, a toxic environment. Healthy love don't thrive and don't exist in toxic environments. When it's a toxic environment, you learn to adjust to toxicity. How can you be healthy in toxicity? It don't match. It don't work. You have to adjust to the environment that you're in. Regardless of what you want, you have to live how it is. And so if the environment is toxic, you learn how to deal with toxicity. That's why some people had to become somebody else just to survive what they were going through. It's not about what you want, it's about what you have. And what you had was a toxic environment, toxic relationship. But healthy love has always been your calling. Healthy love has always been what God called you to. Healthy love has always been the will of God for your life. This is not something new. From the moment you've been born and your mother gave birth to you, God ordained healthy love in your life. Unfortunately, you chose something that appeared to be, but really wasn't. Unfortunately, you connected with someone that was full of toxicity, and it manifested in your life, and therefore you received the opposite of what God's true will was for your life. It has always been his will for you to have healthy love, good love, happy love, enjoyable love. But it is the devil who loves to fight against that and, manipulate the situation. And people are coming to your life that look one way, but they really something else. Wolves in sheep's clothing. Someone appearing to be loving, but they're hateful. Appearing to be loving, but they're going to destroy you. Because they care nothing about you. So you had to deal with that. But healthy love has always been the will of God for your life. That's not nothing new. You don't even have to pray and ask God, is it his will for that to happen? That is his will. I'll go ahead and tell you. I can save that prayer from you. I can. Yes, that's God's will for your life. But here's the good news. You're going to it. Here's the good news. You're about to see it. Here's the good news. You're going to experience it. Here's the good news. You got another chance and another opportunity at it. You made it through what you made it through. You got over what you've been through. You let go what you had. Now it's time to move forward into what you're about to receive. And that is what God always intended for you to have. Good, healthy, solid love. Let me see 2 fireworks over here in the TikTok land, y'all. If I'm talking all right, can I see 2 fireworks? Can I see them? Because you're about to get healthy love. Healthy. 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 Because healthy love always reminds you of who you have always been. Period. Who you always been. Number 5. Number 5, men must understand this truth. This is number 5. Men must understand this truth right here. We, as men. That's why I call number 5, men must understand this truth. We, as men, must understand this truth. A woman should never have to choose between loving you and loving herself. A woman should never have to choose between loving you and loving herself. She should never have to abandon her peace just to keep the relationship. She should never have to shrink to fit inside someone's insecurity. She should never have to beg for effort. She should never have to earn basic respect. She should never have to convince someone to see her value. If a man cannot handle your heart with care, he should not ask for access to it. If a man cannot handle your heart with care, he should not ask for access to it. The next man you meet, you need to ask the question, will you handle my heart with care? Don't lie to me. Don't play with me. I want you to look at me in my eyes. Will you handle my heart with care? Don't be moving because a man want to move fast with you and that make you feel like he's intentional. Heck no, that don't always translate he's being intentional. When a man have preconceived notions, when he really don't care about you like that and he just want access to you, he want to shut you, he want to lock you down from anybody else getting access to you because he ready to play with you. And he don't want to be playing behind nobody else. Let me keep it a buck. So just because a man want to move fast, you my woman, in 2 months, you my lady, let's do this, it'll be 30 days. Man, you better watch out for that crap. And don't be calling that, man, he's intentional. He moving too fast. Slow your roll, big guy. What's the hurry? What you don't want her to see about you? If she really get to know you, will she say yes? So you trying to lock her in before she even find out who you are. See, that's how I look at it. Because if the man wants you, he will allow you the opportunity to do due diligence. Get to know me. You get to know me. I'm not in no hurry. Feel comfortable. Get to know the man that I am. But a man that's trying to lock you down after 30 days, 60 days, etc., what is his hurry? You dealing with a man, and a woman need to ask a grown man that question. Why are you so in such a hurry? When Jesus even say, be anxious for nothing. Slow to speak, quick to listen. In other words, quick to pay attention. Be quick to be observant. Don't be so anxious. Don't be so in a hurry. That has always been red flaggish to me. For a man that's trying to lock a woman in so fast. That joker, 9 times out of 10, he hiding something. Because he know if he let you just take your time to get to know him, you probably wouldn't want him. Y'all better stop looking at as, ooh, he intentional. Look at him. He ready to lock me in. Okay, keep on. Keep on. Keep on, but he intentional. He want to lock you in. Okay. All right. Okay. You a grown man. Why you ain't taking your time? And mama used to say, take your time, young man. And mama used to say, don't you rush into it. And mama said it to the young man, and she's saying it to the old man. Take your doggone time. Why are you rushing that woman for? If you're confident in who you are, if you're not playing no games, if you're not trying to pull the wool over her eye, if you giving her your true authentic self, take your doggone time and let her get to see all of that authenticity. Let her get comfortable. Let her arrive at the place of trust. Let her see the man that you are portraying. Let the woman confirm within herself that you are real and that you're not playing games. Because you got to remember, she done walked down that road and gave herself to a man too quick and she got burned on the back end. So take your time. If you ain't got nothing to hide, chill then. Chill. Get to know that woman. Don't you want to get to know her? You don't even know her. How you want to commit to her in 30 days and you don't even know her? Now let's flip it. She don't know you and you don't even know her. You don't know that woman yet. She putting her best foot forward first also. There's some things she ain't showing you yet either. So how you want to lock her in after 60 days and you ain't seen Juanisha come out of her yet? She got a Juanisha in her and you didn't see the level of Juanisha she got in her. So how is you committing to her so fast and you don't even know her? Go ahead and do it. So when you meet Juanisha, shut your mouth and deal with Juanisha, because you shouldn't have been so fast in the first place. Now deal with Juanisha. Since you were so in a hurry, God don't make no mistakes. God show me you mine. Okay, then you deal with Juanisha, because God knew Juanisha. Oh, God knew Juanisha. And God knew the level of Juanisha that was in her. So you gonna tell her, God told me you belong to me. Okay, so when you meet Juanisha, don't you call God a liar. Deal with her. Since you in such a hurry. Since you in such a hurry. Okay. Here go Juanisha now. Oh, you just got on her nerves. Juanisha, activate. Oh, you just rubbed her the wrong way. Juanisha, activate. Let me show you who I is. And don't be like, oh, wait a minute, what's going on? No, my guy. You said God told you that's your woman. So now, don't be all this. You deal with Juanisha now. So now you got to deal with Juanisha and Karen. Good luck. Because now good luck. You got to deal with Juanisha and Karen. Good luck. So all of this quick microwave, let's hurry up. Okay. And you don't know these people. And you're just setting yourself up for all types of heartache on the back end because you didn't do one simple small thing. Take your time. So I say it again. If a man cannot handle your heart with care, then he shouldn't ask for access to it. Just tell her the truth. She can. What men have to understand is this: a woman can handle the truth better than she can handle a lie. If you don't want access to her heart, tell her, I don't want nothing serious. I'm not trying to fall in love, and I'm not want you to fall in love. I just want to kick it with you. You know, from time to time, you know what I mean? Let's just kick it. Let's be friends. Let's just hang out. You know what I mean? In other words, you know what I mean? If I come over about 3 in the morning, you know what I mean? If I give you a call about midnight times, you know what I'm talking about? A woman can handle the truth better than she can handle a lie. Now you gave it to her straight. She got a choice. She can tell you, you know what? Thank you for letting me know. I appreciate you for letting me know exactly what you want. Thank you so much. Now she can either say, you know what? Yeah, we can kick it every now and then. I ain't got nothing to do. She can say that to you. You know what? I ain't got nothing to do. We can kick it every now and then. Or she can say, you know what? I appreciate your honesty, but I got to respectfully decline. Thank you so much. Cool. Either way, she's good. And she respect your honesty at the end of the day. And that's just real talk. Some women would say, you know what? If I ain't got nothing to do and you call me about 12, who knows? You know what I mean? But she know where she stands. She know what you about. She know not to be serious with you. She know not to eat. She know to play with you just like you playing with her. She know not to be serious, not to try to present herself in a light as an angel and a wife from heaven, because you don't deserve it. You want to play. And she might say, well, sometimes I like to play tennis too. Thank you for letting me know the truth. You understand what I'm saying? So a woman, I'm being humorous, but at the same time, she will respect the truth. She can handle the truth better than a lie. That's all I'm saying. At the end of the day, the truth, so much better than the lie. And let her decide. Now that part is her business. I don't care. That part is her business. Now you let her decide. Access is privilege. Trust is earned. Love is demonstrated. And that's just the bottom line. So at the end of the day, keep it real. You know, these grown men out here, be a grown man. Stop all the playing. Still got a lot of women that sleep with women. Come on, man. When are you gonna grow up and be a grown man? You still acting like them little boys in high school. You're a grown man now. You're a grown man now. Still playing games just to get the hookup with her. Come on now. You're a grown man now. At what point you gonna cut all that crap out? So, on our part as men, we may never fully know what she endured before you arrived, right? Thank you for the firework. Who was that? D. Pink Rose, future wife, D. Pink Rose. Thank you. We may never fully know what she had to endure before we arrive, fellas. We may never know how many nights she cried herself to sleep. How many times she blamed herself for someone else's inability to love. We may never know how many pieces of herself she sacrificed trying to save a relationship that were never meant to survive. But as men, we have a choice. When you meet her, as a man, you have a choice. You can become another chapter in her pain, or you can become evidence that a healing, healthy, beautiful relationship still exists. And I want y'all to hear this real good. I don't care who it is. Every woman carries an invisible sign that says what I'm about to say. Every woman. And if a woman try to denounce what I'm saying, I'll tell you stop. Every woman carries an invisible sign that says, handle me with care. Handle me with care. Every woman carries an invisible sign that says, handle me with care. I don't care who that woman is. If she meet a man, she carries an invisible sign that says, handle me with care. If that's the truth, would you put a 1 in the chat? Put a 1 in the chat if I just spoke the truth. Every woman carries an invisible sign that says, handle me with care. Whomever that man is that she meet, she's saying that to him. Handle me with care. The problem with us as men, we overlook it. We see it, but we overlook it. Too many of us overlook the sign, and we see the sign. Every man know that she carry that sign. Handle me with care. There's not one man that'll speak against what I just said right there. Just like y'all ladies put the 1 in the chat because y'all in agreement, I guarantee you there's not one man that can say, That's not true. Every man will also believe it. Then what's the problem? Too many of us fail to see it. We overlook it. And we know she carried that sign. Handle me with care. And that should be a priority for every man with his woman, to handle that woman with care. To make her feel so relaxed and feel so good. She loves being in your arms. She falls asleep in your chest. The way you hold her when y'all in the public. The way you treat her when y'all in the restaurant. You handle her with such care. It don't make no difference where you at and what environment you with her in. You gonna handle her with care. And those who see it, see it. Those who have privilege, that are privileged to see y'all in public. And I'm talking even pure strangers can see y'all in public. I guarantee you they saying, wow. Because the way you handle her, the way you hold her hand, the way you hug her, the way you hold her close to you, the way you always just looking and paying attention, make sure there's no danger lurking. Because you always on alert when you with your woman in the public. You there, you got her. She know, and she know. She don't just know that she's with her man. She also knows she with a Rottweiler. She know she with a Rottweiler. Yeah. What do you mean? She know she protected. She know she with a Rottweiler. She know she protected. Because they can see it. It oozes off of y'all. And couples who, a man that treat his woman like this, especially when y'all in public, y'all will never know the impact you having in a few seconds from those who watch it, who see it. They can feel your energy. They see your aura. They can pick it up. Other women are see and be like, oh my God, be in awe. Oh, look how he look at her. Look how he handle her. Look how he. Thank you, Majestic. Future wife, Majestic. I can see it. Another man will see a woman handling his woman, he'll be like, that's what I'm talking about, my guy. Come on, man. That's what I'm talking about, Bo. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking. Is they feel it. Feel that thing. Handle her with care. The Bible said, for the woman is the weaker vessel. Not weak because she's, can't do nothing and have no strength. No, weak because she's expensive. Weak because she's rubies. Her price exceeds rubies. So you have to handle expensive things with care. Because she's fragile. Because of how expensive she is. Her price exceeds that of rubies. So you handle her with such grace, with such gentleness. And when she with you, she just flowing in all womanhood. When you with her, you getting all woman. Great, a man know what I'm talking about right now. For the men that's on here, that walk, that's living in what I'm talking about right now. Because there's so many men that operate like this. She gonna give you full woman. All you gonna get from her is all woman. Let her be a girly girl. Let her be, because that's what you bringing out of her. Just a girly girl. I hope I'm making sense. So every woman has that invisible sign that says, handle me with care. And again, not because she's weak, but because she is valuable. Nobody throws diamonds into the bottom of the drawer. Nobody parks luxury cars in an unsafe place. Nobody treats priceless art carelessly. You always remember what I'm about to utter. Value changes behavior. Value changes behavior. And when a man truly recognizes a woman's worth, his action changes accordingly. Let me say that again. Value changes behavior. And when a man truly recognizes a woman's worth, his actions changes accordingly. If he see you as valuable, he'll treat you. If he see your value, he'll treat you like you're valuable. The way that man handles you is real. The way he treats you, that's real. That's not a put on. I'm talking from day 1 to day 985. He won't change. He's still gentle with you. He still hold your hand. He still hold you close and feeling on you. Even when you're driving in the vehicle, he's still that man. He still want to cuddle with you. He's still doing all the same things that he's always done. And he still treats you the way he always treats you. Because when a man truly recognizes your worth, his actions change accordingly. So before speaking, ask yourself, will my words heal or harm? Will my actions build trust or will it break it? Am I prepared to protect? Am I prepared to protect what someone else damaged? Because everything that she survived, everything and every disappointment and every tear, every broken promise, she deserves more than potential. Hear that good? She deserves more than potential. She deserves more than excuses. She deserves more than inconsistency. She deserves more than empty words. She deserves patience. She deserves honesty. She deserves intentionality. She deserves peace. And she deserves love that feels safe. She deserves someone who understands that her heart is not a battlefield to conquer, but a home to protect. And the man who truly understands her value will never make her question whether she does. Why? Because she deserves better. She deserves better than what she had. She deserves better than what she experienced. Even if your experience was good, you deserve better. Because whatever you call good is what is the good that someone was willing to give you and show you. It's still more. There's still better. She deserves better. One more time, would you write in the chat with me? I deserve better. I deserve better. There you go. You deserve better. That's the lesson today. That's it. That is the lesson today. Any questions?